Alright, so we're gonna do the male friend playthrough of 10 dates. And I'm gonna try and hit all the points, I guess. Because I don't know what that does. I don't know why those matter, you know? I mean, do you get like an extra scene at the end if you get all five? Do you get to see them have sex? Or, you know, something a little risque? We'll see. So we'll play as Orion. It's like it's just full of spoilers, you know, whenever you look at this. So I don't even know the point of this at all. You know, they should, instead of like listing all these things, like per individual, maybe, you know, no descriptions, just put like XXX unless you've completed, unless you've done those specific things, and then you would show what it was that you did, you know. I mean, so this is problematic to me, but so Ryan is 28. I think the girl is 27. Yeah, let's look at his. Oh no, 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 not that one. Oh no. I think it's the first one. I don't know. This one's okay, I guess. No, the picture with the dog is no. Mm. This one's too bro. I guess it would have to be this one, I guess. So when we played the chick, she was working in healthcare. So do we want him to also work in healthcare? And maybe he can do creative. Um, See, I mean, like, if you choose the wrong options here, is that why the Jake didn't feel secure talking to us? Because I don't know. Charity, arts and culture. I don't know if this even matters. You know, I think it dictates. I think it actually affects some of the conversation because I remember her talking about being a nurse and stuff. Maybe for him, spirituality. I don't know. Oh, three things. Maybe food and drink. And I picked her as a Sagittarius, so maybe he can be Scorpio.
Misha, pick up the phone.
Oh, you can skip previously viewed scene. Okay.
Well, it's just become great. You're welcome.
What's happening?
I just got back from work an hour ago.
Same.
We'll just watch everything
Food,
because it's my first
and
playthrough with
I
him.
just got off the phone with my landlord.
Oh, nothing.
Yeah, I missed a payment, but it's fine. I paid it now, and it's
But this is
Anyway,
basically the
I've
same
got some news.
scene.
okay.
I joined a dating app.
Have you? Well, I mean, they are inevitable.
I was expecting more shit from you.
What's the saying they have? People in glass houses can't throw stones.
No way, you too.
Mm-hmm.
Matches?
Yes, a lot. No, a zero.
But don't like apps like help out new users with
Misha,
like, likes and
you're not
you know,
helping.
they really try and help you get people to like you.
Let me make sure there's no lag here with the.
Because you're new.
Misha, I still have zero even with whatever you just said. There's still zero. What about you?
Hey, the grass isn't always greener. I've got like 80 likes. But like once you filter out like the bad profiles and the nude pics and the meh ones, it's all just a bit quiet.
Are your standards a little bit high?
No! Anyway, I have a new initiative in the works.
What's that? You gonna kidnap someone?
I've signed up for speed dating tonight.
Okay, why are you telling me this?
Because I'm booking it and, like, do you want to have a drink before?
Could you just say less? It'd be great if you just stopped speaking about 30 seconds ago.
See you there. Bye.
Bye.
Because there's no substitute for meeting someone face to face. Like, you can see their physicality, feel their vibe.
Yes, but what if there is no vibe? What do you do then? If you're online, you can log off, you can make it an excuse, you can just be gone. My internet connection's crap. What do you do here?
Welcome everyone to Speed Dating. My name's Derek, I'm your host. We're going to be beginning very shortly, so gentlemen, if you could make your way to your table numbers.
You are so cynical. This is where you're going to find that genuine connection you keep banging on about.
Why are you smiling at me like that? Nick, why are you smiling at me like that?
No, I'm not smiling. You like anything.
Misha?
There is a small possibility I might have signed us both.
I'm not doing it.
You are!
No, I'm not.
Yes, you are.
Well, I'll just leave.
Oh, come on.
No.
Look, at least it's going to be a good story.
It is not going to be a good story. I'm just going to get humiliated. You've been preparing for this. I'm not doing it.
A great story. Oh, he's browsing. He's browsing the shop floor.
How does it work?
Sorry, what?
Don't make me repeat myself.
Okay, so the women stay at the table, the men, you, rotate around them.
I'm a man now.
So you go to different tables and you speak to girls.
What do I say?
Whatever you like. You have 5 minutes, okay?
Okay.
And halfway through the date, that dude over there will give us a warning. And then he'll also tell us when there's 1 minute left to wrap it up. So essentially, you've got to use your time wisely, which I know you're not good at.
No. Hence why I don't want to do it.
Exactly.
We're going to start with the gentlemen by your first allotted table numbers, and good luck. Have fun.
You're sitting in my first date seat, so I need you to jog on. Go well, lad. Cheers.
Brandy, rise and grind. Oh no.
Hi there. I'm Ryan. Can I sit? Thanks.
I'm Brandy. What do you do for a living?
I am a creative freelancer.
Huh. Is it tough not knowing where your next paycheck's coming from?
No. I love what I do, and I'm working towards stability.
I get that. I'm a beautician, but it doesn't earn me what I want, so I'm doing an online course in international relations, and I trade cryptocurrency. I just sold an NFT, actually.
Non-fungible token. Nice. Yeah, the digital art market is very cool, very new, and very volatile.
Sorry if I'm quite direct about things. We just don't have a lot of time.
Sure. Can
What
I?
are you looking for?
Okay, that is a big question.
Important question.
Oh, hold on. I was supposed to we have to interrupt it twice when speed dating, and then like all of the social media images. Oh, revoke prize when Brandy wins the card game. So I think we only have to worry about the first one for this first date. So she likes luck. See, I mean, yeah, we don't even okay. Because liking her social media images, it doesn't come until like before we given a chance to date her. So interrupt it twice when speed dating. Okay.
Ultimately, I think I want to find a partner, and I just want to settle. No, I want to settle down. I didn't mean. No, I'm not saying that. It's not nothing to do with. I'm saying that I want to
In
settle.
my experience, guys who openly want relationships have been needy. They get over familiar too soon, want my attention all the time, get upset when I don't message. It's a whole thing.
That's a generalization.
It's a discussion. I gave my experience to start it.
Well, I'm not needy, so I guess that's the discussion over.
Good. let's move on then.
Okay. Do you live locally?
Yeah, I bought a one bed up the road. It's top floor with an amazing view of the water.
You bought a penthouse.
The NFT was pretty valuable.
Dang.
Where do you live?
I live 10 minutes away. I live my own as well.
Flat?
Yeah.
Buy it or rent it?
Back to the quickfire round.
I mean, we're covering a lot.
Yeah, we are.
So?
I own it.
Wow. You must have worked and saved really hard.
I did, yeah. Well, look, I'm gonna keep up with you. I have to do something.
See? You're learning.
Slowly, but surely.
This is your 3-minute warning, guys. 3 minutes to go. Just 3 minutes of lovely conversation.
Okay, let's move on to foreign affairs. Do you like holidays?
I do.
Where do you go? What sort of holidays do you take?
What kind are you into though?
I allowed to say a lad. What?
Go for it. You won't hear from me again though.
I am actually a big staycation guy.
Like, in the UK.
Yeah, there's so much to see here. Like the different cities, the counties, and then within the counties there's towns, there's villages. I think that everyone takes what they have on their doorstep for granted. You don't need necessarily to fly to the other end of the world. There's so much to see here and do, and it is convenient, and it's cheap.
Exactly.
So that's the real reason. I actually want to go to Roxham. It's where my mum raised me.
Cool.
She was my role model. Do you have anyone like that yourself?
Wow, that is a very good question.
Could be from your childhood or even now if there's anyone who inspires you.
I don't know how you're gonna take this, but celebrities have always had an influence on me.
What kind of celebrities?
All sorts, really. I mean, think of the dedication it takes to be a top athlete, or the talent of a musician, and even the lifestyle of some of the influencers.
Okay, those are fine. Just don't say politicians. They just mocked us all over the past few years, and even before then, they just...
Yeah, you couldn't be more right. But what is your next question?
Did you just interrupt me?
Yeah, I did. But like you said, we just don't have much time. So, what is the question?
Okay. Does body count matter?
Holy moly. I was not expecting that question.
Well, you were getting too smug. So, what do you think?
For me, it does.
Why should anyone's past have any relevance to the present?
Because sex is a big deal. I think I would find it difficult to be intimate with someone if I knew that many other people had shared that same intimacy with them.
1 minute to go, guys. Just 1
Oh,
minute.
Jesus, let.
So we'll be wrapping up very soon.
So, how did my questions make you feel?
There's a customer satisfaction survey.
Your feedback is greatly valued.
Is it actually though?
Only if it's good.
Yeah, it was fun. I didn't really feel like we felt like strangers. You?
The answer isn't part of the survey.
I see how this is going. Okay.
And your time is up. Thank you, ladies and gents. Lads, move on to your next table. The date is awaiting.
Don't forget any of your stuff when you go.
I didn't bring any. Right, well, thanks. See ya.
Tony. So even if you look at this, actually, it's kind of hard. Well, some of like obvious, like beat her in the arm wrestling, read her DMs, draw something rude. Okay.
Oh yeah. You my date now?
Yeah, I guess I am. I'm Ryan.
Tony, nice to meet ya. Sorry, I've got a match tomorrow, so I've got to keep limber.
Yeah, I was gonna ask, what is it, a sports match? Do you play locally?
No, it's my job actually. I'm a footballer.
Oh, shit. Should you be out dating the night before a match?
Oh, don't worry. It's fine as long as I'm in bed by 12. Don't drink. I'm an alcoholic. And don't have sex.
What's your position?
Reverse cowgirl?
No. What is your football position?
What do you think?
That's a tough one.
Well, just say which area of the pitch. I'll narrow it down for you. I'm not tall enough to be a goalkeeper. I'm a keeper in other ways, though.
I reckon that you are pretty skillful. So I'm gonna say that you're up front.
What, you think I want all the glory? Got a big ego.
No, that's a bit of a conclusion to jump to.
I'm a defender. It's not all about goals and the skills I have, you know. Defence is just as important.
You don't really win games with that, though, do you?
Well, you do. If you've got a shit defence, how are you going to win the game?
Yeah, if you say so.
Do you like sports yourself?
It's not my biggest interest.
Well, let me change the question then. Do you like team sports or individual sports?
Is this gonna tell you something deeper about me?
Maybe.
I would say individual sports. There's something about, like, the pure competitiveness of one person just facing off against another person.
You invest in the person more, which you can do in group sports, but it's easier in individual sports.
Yeah, because, like, the individuals are more engaging.
Well, I guess you wouldn't want to come to one of my games then.
No, I would. It's just that you would be the individual I would be interested in.
Very good.
Like butter.
And it's not your phone. Is this reminding me to carb load tomorrow?
What do you have in pasta?
Footballer's best friend.
This is your halfway warning, guys.
What?
That is 3 minutes to go.
So, how did you become a pro?
I'd say my key influence was my dad. He used to take me to practices, to matches. He knew I fell in love with it and did everything to cultivate my passion. The kit, the travelling, consoling me after bad performances. Were you close with your parents?
No, I wanted to ask you more.
We ain't got time, my lad. Tell me. If you want to, of course.
Yeah, like you, I'd be really close to my dad. He kind of taught me what it meant to be like a man, to be open-minded, which for him actually was more about your mindset than any specific character trait.
Yes, lads. We're lucky, eh? I think what I got from my dad was humility. He taught me how to keep my feet on the ground and appreciate what I have as well as what I want. What would you say you inherited from your dad?
Oh god, that is tricky. On the positive side, I would like to hope that I'm a good listener, that I am supportive. He definitely taught me how to take responsibility when I need to, and I think that I can keep my cool under pressure.
Any negative traits?
Yeah, some pretty shitty dad jokes. And don't annoy me when I'm watching TV.
I feel like that's universal for most dads. I think the most negative thing I've inherited from my dad is my stubbornness.
How bad are we talking?
Like bad, really bad. If you want to get through to me, you have to really persist. And even then, sometimes the persistence really backfires and just pisses me off.
Okay, noted.
Very wise.
We've got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Ooh, we're in stoppage time. What? Football's the best sport for making analogies.
No.
Do you fancy another quick challenge?
Yes. Yes, but what do you want to do?
Well, there's conversation starters and riddles, apparently.
Convenient.
Okay. A man looks at a painting and says, "Brothers and sisters, I have none, but that man's father is my father's son." Who's in the painting, the man or his son?
What? No.
What was
Brothers and sisters, I have none, but the
Sisters,
man's
I have
father is my father's son.
that man's father? Is my father's son, so he's looking at the man's son.
No, it's the man himself, isn't it?
I don't think so, but how do we find the answer? Oh, is it it's folded in? Okay. More thoughts go into this event than I gave it credit for.
Ready? No, son. Bore off.
Listen, look, when you're good, you're good.
Yeah, fair play. You may have slightly more brains than me.
Yes, but you have slightly better feet than me, so we'll call it even.
Take it.
And that is time, everyone. Move on to your next day.
We crammed a lot into that.
Yes, we did. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Tony. Is that short for Antonia?
Spot on, but everyone calls me Tony. Do you want to keep in touch?
Yeah. What's your handle?
At TN7. Tony Newton and my shirt number 7.
That is some main character shit right there. I will not. Have a good night, Tony.
So where's the arm wrestling? So the arm wrestling only happens if you pick like a certain background, like because this should have happened like during the date, right? Yeah, maybe it could be during the second date. I don't know. Written in the Stars, Zelia. "666." Because she's God.
Sorry, just fixing my eyeliner. I'm Zalia.
I'm Ryan.
Don't look like a Ryan.
No. What do I look like then?
Not sure yet.
That's not from here, is it?
No. You gonna snitch?
No.
I made it. Just like the kombucha filled into it.
That's the fermented drink, isn't it?
Exactly.
Looks good. Are you happy with the batch?
Very. Tell you more about it, but we haven't got much time.
So, the kombucha is homemade. The goblet is homemade. What else is homemade?
I'd say 90% of this. Clothes, accessories, make it all from scratch. Started selling my stuff online during lockdown and it grew into a full-time business.
Oh, that's really original.
Thanks. Turns out my aesthetic plays quite well these days.
What aesthetic is that?
Call it what you want. I've heard hundreds of terms, kind and unkind.
Is it just you in the business, or
Yeah, don't need anyone else.
so how do you keep up with the demand?
There's a long wait list, but I engage with my customers a lot on social media, so they're understanding.
So if the supply is low, you must be retailing for a fairly high price?
No, I pride myself in affordability and sustainability.
Is that enough to do full time? No, sorry, no, I'm not asking how much you earn. I just find the business model very interesting.
I get by.
Do I look like a Ryan yet?
Not quite.
All right then. Well, what else can you tell about me?
You definitely give me water sign vibes. You seem quite sentimental and sensitive.
What gives you that impression?
The fact that you were just triggered by the word sensitive.
You are right. But there is more to us water signs. We have very intense dreams. And we have intuition that is so strong it is basically a superpower.
You do indeed.
You're a water sign too. We are also very protective of our loved ones.
Easy, Tiger. Not impressed by your knowledge, though.
Just 3 minutes to go, everyone. 3 minutes. I know. Let's go very quickly, very quickly.
You're really into your astrology then?
Gives me structure. I analyse my behaviour in the context of something bigger. My main star sign is Scorpio, which I think really suits me. And then based on when and where I was born, my rising sign is a Sagittarius and my moon sign is a Libra.
What's the difference between those three?
Your main star sign is your sun sign, represents sort of your desires in life, and your rising sign is how you present to others, and moon sign is what you're like deep down.
Okay. I don't really know about the other two. So.
Work them out for you, we haven't got much time.
So then, what makes your sun sign so Scorpio?
We aspire to be brave, loyal, honest,
Negatives?
jealous and secretive. That doesn't really apply here. Do you relate to them as animals as well?
Are they really aggressive.
Anyone threatened?
It's like I think the yeah, the gals actually have more scenes.
Don't they eat each other though?
Yeah. I forgot to mention that.
This is your final
That was
minute,
supposed to be
guys.
sexy.
Final minute.
So, I was wondering.
No, I've spoken about myself enough. I want to know more about you.
I don't think they're pretty then. Can you just.
It really hasn't, so I want to know more about you.
Fine, fire away.
So, Azalea, I have noticed you have a couple of tattoos.
I do. Want to know about any of them? She's wifey. Some stories are better than others.
Is that a caravan?
Yeah. It's the one I lost my virginity in.
Is that one of the better stories? Or is it a bad story?
Better, but it's not first date friend.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up. Let's be moving on.
That was the kind of interaction I was hoping for in those things.
Yeah, me too. What is your handle? I'd love to check some of your stuff out.
At Azalea Shadows. AZALEA Shadows.
Okay.
Put it on your phone. It's kind of funny. I like the goth chick. Study break. I mean, it's kind of hard playing, just like in the first game, you know, playing as a guy trying to date women. It's, I guess I cannot relate. Challenge Kathleen and continue to debate. Challenge Kathleen about her people watching. What? Okay, she's a nerd. She looks like Princess Amidala. What's her name? That actress. Black Swan. 4.
Yeah, I'm Ryan.
Ryan, I'm Kathleen. Sorry, I just wanted to squeeze in a quick page. Do you mind if I get to the bottom?
Yeah, by all means, far away.
Rude. Dang, they look similar. Only chubbier and rounder face.
Done. All yours.
What are you reading?
The Evolution of Bond-Forming Dynamics Across the 21st Century by Professor Gertrude von Nosselhoff.
Well, it must be a pretty good read if you're sneaking in pages in between dates.
Oh, no. I have to finish it for a seminar tomorrow. I'm a PhD student in behavioral psychology.
What do you think of it?
She has some interesting points. The chapter I'm on covers the influence of pop culture on behavioral modeling and attraction dynamics.
Yes. No, that does sound interesting, but, I mean, please don't ask my opinion on it, because, like...
Yeah. I wouldn't expect that of you. But if this goes well, maybe you'll learn a little something.
Oh, she has an American accent.
Okay, so you're here because you're looking for a study buddy.
No, quite the opposite. I need someone to keep me out of the library occasionally.
So the age-old work-life conflict.
Which side of it do you fall on?
Am I allowed to say the balance best?
No. No fence sitting, one or the other.
Work is it's just a necessity. I mean, any moment I'm not in work or on the clock, I can devote to whatever I actually want to do.
So you're a 9-to-5er.
At the very most.
I don't think I could stay out of the library that much. Anyway, I have a confession to make.
Okay, already.
Everyone tells me that for whatever reason, I haven't lived.
I don't believe that.
I've never been to a nightclub.
Never. What, your 4th stint as a student and you never even set foot in a nightclub?
I would rather spend the day in a cafe with a book and my laptop.
This is your halfway warning, guys. Halfway.
So, you are still studying to become a more qualified psychologist?
The more you know, the more you earn. So where do you see yourself in 5 years? Sorry, I researched good speed dating questions before tonight.
That's what you got. It sounds a little bit more like you researched good job interview questions instead. I want a happy family by then. I just want to be in a loving relationship and however many kids life blesses me with.
Okay. So say life has blessed you with one child, boy or girl.
Okay, blessed was a bit of a lame choice of words.
No, it was sweet.
Oh, sweet. That's what every guy wants to hear on a first date. I definitely want a boy. I am best placed to relate to them. I think I can just bring all the experience that I have and yeah, I just want a boy.
But boys need both male and female influences.
But he would have his mother too. And my best friend is a woman. And so he would have a very attentive godmother. She's a little bit nuts. You may meet her. She's hiding around here somewhere. Hopefully on a really bad date.
Like this.
Hey. Question. How do I know that all of this isn't part of your PhD thesis? That all the guys here aren't just your guinea pigs?
You don't. But a study at the University of Virginia found that we are more intrigued by those whose thoughts and feelings are unclear.
You have a study for everything. Is that supposed to be my key takeaway from today?
I'll offer you a better one. From Professor Nosselhoff. I'll find one from the start of the book. Ah, here we go. This is a good one. When we set off on a journey, we are riddled with excitement or apprehension. Nothing in between.
It's not exactly one you'd read in the toilet, is it?
No, not quite.
Well, that's Nosselhoff's opinion, but I think that apprehension is our body's way of telling us that something is worth doing, despite the risks.
You know, we can actually reprogram our brains to interpret nerves as excitement. There's similar chemicals. I did that before coming tonight.
Would you do that before tests as well, that sort of thing?
Oh yeah, very helpful for tests.
It's clever, isn't it?
Brain's clever.
Not mine.
Got 1 minute to go, guys. Just 1 minute.
Well, how do you fancy spending the final minute?
Why not leave that to Professor von Nosselhoff again? Let's get a takeaway from the end of the book.
No. Look, we can do without the help of Professor Nostradamus there.
Okay. I didn't have any other plan.
Yeah, come to think of it, neither did I.
No.
I like your shirt.
Thanks, my mom got it for me.
That's your lot. Ladies and gents, time's up.
Yoshi. Just trying to score some more traits. I'm like, no, you already gotten a lot today.
Let's be moving on.
Well, it was great meeting you.
Yeah, you too.
Have a good evening.
See ya.
It's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense. I mean, why would you keep referring to the book anyway like that? You know? So stupid. He's kind of cute, actually.
Good evening. I'm Derek, evening host.
Hello, Derek. Am I in trouble?
No, but unfortunately, the lady that was sat at this table, she had to leave early. I'm sorry.
Right. So were you filling in for her? Did she pull a runner when she saw me?
No, nothing. The sort. She is a musician. Had a gig to get to.
Well, that is pretty fair. That's a good alibi.
How did the rest of them go? Find what you're looking for?
Oh, is she the last one?
Yeah.
Well, I'm kind of glad about that because I don't really know how many more I had left in me.
Well, I'm sure you made a fantastic impression.
Yeah, no, I've met some great people, but I think it's just too early to tell.
Speed dating is just pique curiosity rather than find love.
It's just like a little teaser, isn't it? You just kind of just get to know them, and just as you're getting there,
It's like tapas, I like to say.
well, a little bit of everything.
Love tapas, yeah. Some olives.
I do have to call you out though, because there's some times when I'm really the day's going well, and then
He likes charm.
and just then I hear you screaming out. Just give me like after 30 seconds. I need to be able to give you a signal or something. How long have you been hosting?
I have lots of hosting experience, but specifically the speed dating stuff, just at the beginning of lockdown.
So those were digital, I presume.
Mm-hmm. Correct. For me, finding love is the most formative journey of our lives, and I just wanted to help people continue that journey, despite the circumstances. Having said that, there is no real substitute for meeting someone special in person.
So from these, have you ever had any marriages develop?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we've had a couple. Even a couple of babies named after me. Yeah. Need to put it in my bio. Pregnancy facilitator. Derek.
You really don't. Because that sounds like something that would be on a t-shirt on a lad's holiday.
The stag do t-shirts. You're right.
I actually think I've seen them before.
I'll sell like hotcakes, alright. So how did you hear about us?
I was duped.
I thought the speed dating was still going on though, right? I mean, he's supposed to be with the last girl, or maybe just for him. So that's why he's not calling time.
Into coming here this evening. I thought I was going out for a drink with my best mate Misha, and here I am. She's actually somewhere here. She's on a date somewhere, I don't know. But
Well, I love a strong male-female friendship. Do you prefer the company of women or men?
come again?
Oh, sorry, I'll rephrase. Who do you feel like you naturally engage with more easily?
Well, Misha aside, I would definitely find it easier to relate to lads. It's not that I'm uncomfortable talking to women.
Oh, interesting. That's just not what the feedback from your dates would suggest.
No feedback. What does it say?
I don't know if you want to know. I'm just messing with you. That was a little bit unprofessional.
I'm gonna get you back for that.
You can try. You are halfway, guys. Halfway.
Yeah, see, he was still doing it.
Tell anyone I forgot.
Your secret is safe with me. So tell me, what is the best way to approach all of this?
Well, aside from being yourself.
Well, let me rephrase that. Do you have any less crap advice?
No, I don't. Sorry. The thing is, there's so many different types of personalities in here. One person's poison might be another person's paradise.
Yeah, that is a fair point.
Okay, I'll pose you this. Are you looking for someone more lively or laid back? Because that may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. Now, both are brilliant, but markedly different.
I definitely want someone who is dynamic and a lively personality to just spice up my life.
Ooh, not to dominate though.
No. Because that can just be a whole different thing, it can get toxic. Although, there's no harm in me being put in my place from time to time.
No? Crack of the whip.
I never said I was into that. I was wondering, has hosting these made you an expert in romance?
What, like some kind of love guru? No. No.
Oh, come on, you must have more insight than the average guy. Okay, wait, okay. Has it ever helped in your personal life?
Sadly, no. No, it's still very single. Why, did you have someone in mind for me?
Yeah. Misha. She would love to meet you. She's here, I can introduce you.
I'm sure Misha's fab, but I won't be interested.
It's a bit mean. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's a her.
Yeah, sorry. No, I shouldn't have assumed. That was silly of me.
You're fine. Totally fine.
So what other events do you host?
So a lot for the queer community. So we do a lot of, obviously.
So, yeah, I mean, it's like, it's not going to be very obvious with the options that you have, because, like, learning more there, like the option I thought was just like asking about, okay, so you like men, and then when actually it's about, you know, him hosting other things, which is like the first thing listed there.
Speed dating. We do traffic light parties, lock and key parties, all sorts, really. Okay, it is your final minute, guys. Final minute. Let's stop forgetting. Sorry, what were we?
We were talking about your queer events.
Yes. Yeah, you should come sometime.
Sorry, are you assuming that I'm still going to be single after this?
I don't know, maybe see it as a safety net.
I would love to. You know, just so long as you're hosting, of course.
Naturally. And that, ladies and gents, is the end of tonight's event. I've been Derek. Get home safe, and hope you had a good time.
Thanks, Derek. I'm actually kind of glad that the musician bailed.
Oh, she was lovely. But I'm kind of glad too. But
This is-
that is totally against the rules for me to say that.
This is the best
Is it
thing.
also against the rules for me to ask for your socials?
No. At D More Events.
Got
D more vet. I mean, that's gonna be a. Don't you want to get the spelling and all that?
So what about you? Tell me about your speed dating.
Well, there was Brandy. Let me tell you about Brandy. My God, she would put you to shame the amount of work she would do. She is a crypto trading beautician, and she's studying as well.
Wow, what a combination.
I don't even know how she finds the time to do all of it.
Was there a spark?
Yeah, it was. I liked her. She'd make you raise your game, you know.
And your game needs to be raised.
Well, so you keep telling me.
Yeah.
There was Azalea.
Mm.
Yeah, she was something else. She brought her own kombucha. She had her own goblet that she brought.
Goblet.
Yeah, with a crow on it. It was just very different, but it was really interesting because it wasn't like any of the other dates I went on.
Was there chemistry over kombucha?
Yeah, I guess you could say there was a little bit of chemistry. Yeah, I could see it going somewhere.
Hmm.
There was Kathleen, who was a PhD student studying psychology. She was reading on our date. She was just very smart. It was a little bit intimidating.
Do you think there'll be more from Kathleen?
There could be. Yeah, I mean, I kind of felt like, yeah, we got on well.
That's exciting.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, and then absolutely nothing happened. I was supposed to be meeting for this day this musician, but she bailed.
Mm.
And then, do you remember the host?
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek is his name. So I was sitting there, and he came up and told me about a girl who had to leave. And then we sat down, we just started talking.
You and Derek.
Yeah, he's just.
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw plenty of him as well. He's a cool guy. He's very suave.
So would there be more with Derek?
Maybe, yeah.
Love that for you.
Yeah, thank you. Aha, now let me tell you about Tony. She's a football player.
Wow.
Professional.
Wow.
She was just quite laid back. Sort of person who was like, give as good as you can get, you know?
That sounds fun. Do you think there might be a future with the footballer?
I mean, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but yeah, I could. I'd love to see her again.
Aww. So, what's the next move?
I don't really know. I gotta have a few options. So,
Ooh, Mr. Popular.
yeah, well, you know, what can I say? I guess I just need to think about it a little bit, and see where I go from there. Yeah.
Proud of you.
Peace.
Wow, he was able to get all of them? That's interesting. Even though, like with Brandy, like it ended kind of weird. Same with Kathleen, but he was able to get all of them. All of them were interested in. I guess as long as it's 70. Well, see, I mean, like with Brandy, it's like 30%. Oh, is this the thing where like you can ask them to go out on a date with you, but they can say no, just like in the first game? Well, we gotta check Derek first. Host with most. He has 984 followers. Yeah. Sure. It looks a little different. It looks a little older. I think this is supposed to be sexual. I like penis. Yes. It's Brandy and her that once. Oh, that's cute. Well, don't sit back and do nothing. Oh, she got a lot of followers. Just like it. What the fuck is that? That's cool. She got a lot of pictures. Wow. Okay. Nah, that's probably the second date that I'm gonna ask for. Yeah, you're too weird. Who's that? Dating your professor? There's a dude in her life. Yeah, she's fucking the professor. I prefer my puns intended. Oh, she looks different there. Oh, not only do you need to like all of the do you also have to ask them for a date for that to count? I don't know. Athlete. Wow, she got a lot of followers. Well, because she's in the football team. Oh, who's that? Okay, so it's funny how he's able to ask everybody though. Like I guess he even though some of the dates like it ended up kind of ended kind of weird, they would still be interested, or possibly they would say no. I don't know. Like Brandy, like it's 30%. She likes luck, and she's looking for. She looks just like that actress, doesn't she? What's her name? Princess Amidala. What is her face? Natalie Portman. She looks just like Natalie Portman. Natalie Portman's double. It's interesting. Yeah, Brandy seems superficial though. So it's between Tony and Azealia. She'd probably be more fun to date. So let's go with her. Master of Ceremonies.
Could I
get more riddles correct than Derek? That's probably gonna be hard. Steal a kiss from Derek.
a half pint, please? Thank you very much.
Oh, that guy's cute. The bartender.
Ryan, how's it going?
It's good. Good, not bad at all. How are you doing?
Yeah, decent. I mean, Tube was a nightmare, but on the plus side, if there's any COVID, it would have definitely died off from the stench of BO.
Okay.
I must admit, I was pretty surprised that you wanted to grab a drink with me.
Why? You don't seem so bad.
No, above average.
Do you think?
Come on, no, I didn't mean that.
No, I thought we got on pretty damn well, so just wanted to see it again. Will we get you a drink?
Yes, I don't drink alcohol, but a mocktail would be great.
Okay.
He doesn't drink alcohol.
I was thinking it, thank you, but I didn't say it.
Thanks. Oh, well.
Cheers to you.
Unexpected day, but yes.
Ooh, she's sweet. You don't want a pencil, do you?
No, I probably won't touch those.
Yeah, I don't blame you. How's the Shirley Temple?
Not so sure on the Shirley, but the temple's pretty good.
I don't know how to take that. I would say the main thing that I noticed was your confidence when you're up there and your way with words.
Yeah, well, gift of the gab. Part of the game, I guess. Yeah, I used to host all of the family Christmas game nights when I was a kid. And then the uni Christmas game nights. Listen, if you ever need a private host, I'm your guy.
Can I take it?
You host? Are you able to host? That's a real question.
Doing that now?
Sure, but we need another player.
Well, that could be you too.
Ah, okay. Sure. What to play? Okay. I've got it. You may have noticed at the speed dating night there were these conversation starters, riddles that were written on these little table number cards.
Okay, so a game of riddles. We will do 1 point for every correct answer.
This is gonna be hard.
Which month has 28 days?
February.
You just had that right off the top of your head, didn't you?
I do this for a living, Ryan.
February. What? February.
Oh
only has
my
28 days,
God.
Unless it is a leap year, then it is 29.
But the question wasn't phrased which month only has 28 days.
Finger out of here. Okay, so that means it is all of them. Oh, shit.
Shit. First round. You'll get it.
I ain't getting dick tonight.
Okay. Your turn.
Bear with me. Bear with me. Have a sip. You know, do what you gotta do. I gotta find one here. Okay. Fire up a search engine.
Don't forget to close your porn tabs.
You see them?
Any leads?
I am tossing it between two different ones.
Take your time. I've got an encyclopedia of riddles up here. So you better have a new one for me.
I don't like to brag, do you? Okay. The person who uses it can neither see it nor feel it. What is it?
I haven't heard that one before. See nor feel it. Oxygen?
Wrong. That's a good guess, though. That is a very good guess. It is a coffin.
Oh, morbid. But kind of brilliant.
Yeah.
Might be stealing it.
It's yours. You are welcome.
Thanks. Yeah, I don't want to be buried in a coffin. I'd rather be cremated and then fired out of a cannon or something. You ever wondered what happens after we die?
I thought we were going to keep this a little bit lighthearted.
Well, you're the one who brought up the riddle about death.
I did, didn't I? Nah. No, I don't think there's anything. I think once you are dead, it is.
Really? Yeah, but what about consciousness, and memories, and souls?
Cease to exist.
It's all very doom and gloom.
Oh no, you don't like doom and gloom. Don't you like reality? Derek, please.
Okay, your turn. I'm in the zone.
Right, okay. A man rides out of town on Sunday, stays in a hotel all night, and then the next day he rides out of town on his horse on a Sunday. How is this possible?
You trying to trick me? This is a trick one, isn't it?
I'm not saying.
This is one of the ones where the
What? What was the puzzle? Okay, this is ridiculous. I need to turn off that setting.
answer
Pause on choice. Okay.
is in the question.
My lips are sealed.
A man rode out of town on Sunday, stayed the whole night in a hotel, and rode back to town the next day on a Sunday. Horse. It's got to be time zone.
I think that he rode across a time zone, and then he went into a hotel. He spent the night, and then he rode back the next day. Tell me about it.
Wow. Wow, that was an obtuse train of thought. That was wrong, very wrong. I'm impressed though. It's much simpler. The horse was named Sunday.
Just no.
Oh, don't be a sore loser, come on.
Sorry, no, I'm just deciding.
You're like an awful event host. And you need to be quicker with these things. Like a whippet.
Add me to myself,
Oh my god.
and then multiply me by 4. And divide me by 8. And you have me once more. What number am I?
Okay.
He's not gonna be able to get it because he's more of a word person.
That works with any number.
Oh! I thought I would get you out on that one.
No, well, to be fair, I did have a part-time job as a cashier when I was a teenager. So my mental arithmetic is...
Fuck.
Oh.
I am not getting dick
Told me that
today.
in advance.
Say all my secret. Okay, I have just the riddle to finish. Right. Man weighs 100 pounds. Plus half his weight. How much does he weigh?
That's not very hard.
Plus half
You're not.
his weight. They're all like trick questions, and then if you're not gonna say 150, then it's like if you said 200, then it's 150. They're all like trick questions. $100 plus half his weight, which is 100. Okay, 200.
Now, so a man weighs 100 pounds plus half his weight. Yeah.
So it would be
His
200.
weight is like X. So 100 plus half his weight, X over 2 equals his weight, X. So you multiply the 2 out, you get 200 plus X equals 2X. Bring the X over.
I mean, this is not even like realistic for sure, like on a date. Who would be asking about riddles and make that a determining factor whether or not you're going to be sucking dicks? You know what I'm saying?
200 equals X. He weighs 200 pounds.
Wow. Okay. I am so impressed. Everyone says 150. That's...
No, listen. We were taught algebra at some stage. I gotta use some of it, right?
Give me a final riddle. To your worst.
Let me get the phone again.
Maybe think about what you want to ask me beyond the riddle. Could be good.
You've done this before, haven't you? I have married many times, but I'm single.
Nice try. You didn't say I have been married many times, just that I have. So, you married other people, haven't you? A priest.
You're too sharp.
What made you want to ask me that riddle?
Have you ever fancied being a priest?
Yeah, but that's for another time.
No, look, marriage is the obvious question based off that riddle. But I am curious, how long have you been single?
Not long, like the majority of my track record, it was a short-term misfire. Are you someone that likes being in a relationship, or do you like being single?
I feel like a lot of people would choose the former.
I bet people's bad relationships are more just because they wanted company, no matter whose it was.
I'm really looking for a connection because I think a relationship is the last missing jigsaw piece in my life.
Don't put too much pressure on yourself, you know. I don't know, I feel like that sometimes repels what you actually want, you know. Yeah, who won the game in the end?
I was hoping that you'd forgotten.
Oh, you thought I'd forget the scorekeeping duty of a host, did you?
Okay, look, you won fair and square. Name your prize.
Okay. What is an appropriate forfeit for such a, well, monumental victory?
Well, let me propose a forfeit. Okay. I'll pay for the night.
Really? Wow, that's really kind of you. I accept.
Get the bill, please. I'm suddenly very glad you don't drink.
Yeah, I would have been maxing out your credit cards otherwise. I think I'm joking. He's in my drinking buddy.
I want it to be more spicy. Why is it so hard? I
Well,
mean,
thank you for providing your hosting services for free tonight.
You're welcome. You're welcome. I'm getting cheap back. What are you doing?
Yeah, same. Do you want to walk together?
Sure.
Yeah.
it went well enough, I suppose.
Hey, everyone.
Come, he didn't hug Derek.
Well, thank you. Sorry, caught me fixing my eyeliner again.
That is okay. I actually thought that I was the early one for once. I took a look at your social media. It's really cool. Especially, like, all of the stuff. You didn't make it.
Thanks. You noticed the blitz of likes? It was pretty full on.
Have you had many orders to process this week?
Lots. Plus, a celebrity client requested a piece. I turned it down.
Why? Great coup, surely.
They demanded to skip the queue. I owe too much to my core clients to drop them for an impatient prima donna. Anyways, Mercury's in retrograde, so hustle was expected. Tell me about your week.
Mercury in retrograde.
Yeah, what about it?
Well, I hope you don't base every important decision off the stars.
Do you think I'm a cliche, Ryan?
How do you mean?
The type of person you can message at 11:11 and they'll think it's a sign from the universe.
No. 11:11's past my bedtime.
Then you should be getting home.
No, what are you doing?
If you're not going to take me seriously, I'm not about this.
Well, if it meant a lot to her, you shouldn't have really joked about it.
Listen, she doesn't have a sense of humour. That's not my fault.
Exactly.
It was a little joke. She was talking about the moon and the stars ruling everything. I just made a little joke about it was past my bedtime. It's not exactly like.
I think you have too much of a sense of humour.
Fine. Maybe I shouldn't have.
Speak to you later.
Maybe.
Bye.
All right. Goodbye. Good night. Goodbye. Goodbye.
Well, if something like that, just can you imagine having a relationship with her, like the first big fight, or even a small fight?
So,
It's just funny.
who's getting the third date?
Well, Misha, you clearly haven't been paying much attention. It didn't go very well. I don't have any options.
What?
Are you?
Back to the drawing board?
I beg you.
Why me?
Because you brought me to this speed dating event.
Yeah, but it's your personality that to talk to them all.
Thanks. No, that's great. No, I just actually, when I finish this training, I'm just going to go on the streets. That would be really nice.
What? Not even Derek? What did I do wrong with Derek? Because I couldn't beat him in the riddles and stuff? What? And then, like, talking about relationship, talking about wanting to be in a relationship, and he felt that was too forward, that was too desperate. It's it's really something else. Oh my god. Okay, that's crazy. That is crazy. Really? I'm so disappointed. It's like What was it that she was saying? She was saying something about the stars or signs or something, and then he was saying, "Oh, not everything has astrology or whatever." And then she's like, "What? You think that I see everything as a sign?" And he was just like joking about the whole thing, I mean, but she was just very serious about it. Like this game, just like in the first one, it feels like you can't be yourself. You can't be yourself. You have to, which I guess is kind of true when you first meet somebody. That sometimes you have to do certain things to show that you have to do certain things to show that you're willing to be open about the other person, but not blatantly alter who you are, which is what they want you to do in these games. But then again, they want you to go to approach this game as if like the individual that you're playing as really do have those things. Like for example, when they give you an option, whether this happened to you in your life or that happened to you in your life, and whichever one you pick, it really did happen. So I understand the approach, but it's just it's kind of hard for you to get to feel like you're really involved, in the story or in whatever that's going on in the relationship, the pretend relationship with these individuals. So I still feel like the first game is actually better, because there are a lot of different, you have a lot of things that a lot of options per individual with the interactions. Like here, you only have like 2-3 choices per date, and then it's like makes me want to like try it again. Let me try it again with Ryan, and we'll skip the scenes and whatnot. We'll use this pretentious picture this time, the bro picture. Okay, now we're gonna say he's in healthcare just like her. Who's gonna say party? I don't know if this matters. I don't think this matters at all. I don't know. Oh, okay. So after you've completed the game once, what? So like you can just okay, cool. Okay, try. Let's do there. Oh wait, what?
Well, I'm kind of glad about that because I don't really know how many more I have. Yeah, no, I'm sorry. I'll rephrase. Who do you feel like you naturally engage with more easily? I could shoot the shit with anyone. But no, like with your job, you must be the same.
Oh yeah, of course. I mean, no one's going to enjoy an event if they can't approach their host. So I think it's the stew as well.
It is something. Well, I am glad you felt you could approach me too.
Oh, made it very easy.
Well, welcome.
I don't know how long my camera has been stuck. Or at least you're able to hear me, but I don't know how long my camera's been stuck in that position. I just realized I look at my monitor. It was just frozen in time. Okay, cool.
halfway, guys. Halfway. Because that may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. They both are brilliant, but markedly different.
If I say laid back, because he's not really laid back, but I don't care. Let's see what happens.
I think I like to dominate in most situations, so probably someone who's a little bit more laid back would be helpful, but not someone who is a pushover.
They do often say that relaxed people are more confident, successful, sexy, even.
You don't have experience.
Yeah. First time.
I was wondering, has hosting these made you, like, an expert in romance?
What, like some kind of love guru? No.
I can't skip this for
Oh,
some
come
reason.
on, you must have more insight than the average guy. Okay, wait, okay. Has it ever helped in your personal life?
Sadly, no. No, it's still very single. Why, did you have someone in mind for me?
Yeah. Misha. She would love to meet you. She's here, I can introduce you.
I'm sure Misha's fab, but I won't be interested.
It's a bit mean. What's wrong with her?
Well, she's a her.
Yeah, sorry. No, I shouldn't have assumed. That was silly of me.
You're fine. Totally fine.
Anyway, it's a real shame that the event's nearly over.
Yeah, it is.
You know, back in the day, you would have had to meet people, you know, if you were going out or maybe at work.
Or by chance.
Yeah.
Oh no.
I was just wondering, did you have any feedback for us?
The host is too well dressed.
Oh,
I mean, look, come on, you were putting the rest of us to shame. Please.
well, aside from that,
I actually think the event is perfect for what it is. Sometimes it's best just keeping it simple.
thanks. Thanks. Well, I'll let the team know.
Yeah, and I mean, you have the most important thing then anyway, which is an interesting group of people.
True. We do.
If you don't have that,
That'll be rubbish.
I'm not including myself in that, just...
No, neither would I. I wouldn't include you in that list.
These people are fucking rude.
That is your final minute, guys. Final minute. So, tell me, who did you meet tonight?
Oh, this is a test, isn't it? Who did I meet tonight? I met Kathleen. I met Azalea. I met Tony. And I met Brandy. Oh, Derek. I don't suppose you could give me any intel. Just
Ryan, there's no way that I could do that.
nothing personal. Just, you know, just give me a read. All your experience. As a friend.
I guess I could do a read. Who in particular?
God, I guess we only have time for one. Tell me about Tony.
Tony. I love Tony. I think she's great. She's just got this infectious personality and just loves a laugh, doesn't take herself too seriously, and I think she's looking for someone who can give as good as they get.
That is very perceptive.
Yeah. Okay. That, unfortunately, ladies and gents, is the end of tonight's event. Everyone get home safely. I've been Derek, and thanks for coming.
What can I say? Thank you again, Derek. Thank you for keeping me company because I would have been sat here like a melon otherwise.
No, you're welcome. I hope you had fun. And yeah, I guess I'll see you around.
It's like one wrong choice, you know, and then you're like done with it, with being potentially able
So
to
what about you? Tell me
hook up
about your
with
speed
these
dating.
people.
Well, yeah, and then absolutely nothing happened. I was supposed to be meeting for this day this musician, but she bailed. And then, do you remember the host?
Yeah.
Yeah, Derek is his name. So I was sitting there, and he came up and told me about the girl who had to leave. And then we sat down, we just started talking.
You and Derek.
Yeah, he's just...
Love that.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure you saw plenty of him as well. He's a cool guy. He's very, very suave.
Is there chemistry with Derek?
Chemistry? No. It was just, he was a sound fella, and it was good of him to talk to me. Otherwise, I wasn't just been sitting there. Yeah, no, but he was a good dude.
So, what's the next move?
None, I think.
Well, I think I only really have one thing. Nothing. I have no options. So, nothing really.
I've got an option for you.
What's that?
What?
Bye.
Meet you there.
Bye.
Bye.
So, well, the good thing about this game is like when you play it again, they make it easy, you know, for you to just go through everything. Picky. Oh, if you don't choose anybody, then you get that achievement for both of them. Okay, now for each. Alright, I'll try it again. I want to get on with Derek. Yeah, we'll use this one this time. Okay, okay, healthcare. Yeah, I don't think that any of these options actually matter to Derek at all. So, okay, don't care about nobody else. We're just gonna do Derek. No, just Derek. That's all I want to do.
Well, I'm kind of glad about that because I
Okay.
don't. Yeah. Well, Misha aside, I would.
That may decide what kind of energy you want to exude yourself. They both are brilliant.
So this doesn't matter actually. What matters is when he was asking about. Right? This doesn't matter.
Sorry.
Yeah,
no,
learn more.
no,
Just
no, I
actually
shouldn't
learn
have-
more.
So what other event? Sorry, are you assuming that I'm still gonna be single after this?
So, what about you?
Yeah.
So, what's the next move?
Well, I have one option. So,
Oh, different.
I think I'm gonna send a message.
Yeah, one's better than none.
One is definitely better than none.
Proud of you.
Peace.
It's like all of his pictures. if only things are this easy, right? Yeah, he looks so different in these pictures, actually. And yeah. That Mike picture. Okay, second was none. Okay.
The plus side, if there's any COVID, it would have definitely died off from the stench of BO.
So if I say you're late, maybe he's gonna be like, "What do you mean I'm late? Fuck you! I'm gone." So we'll do that
I must
later.
admit, I
Try and
was
get
pretty
all the
surprised you wanted
scenes.
to grab a drink with me. You just had that right off the top of your head, didn't you?
I do this for a living, Ryan.
This is a trick question,
Yeah.
isn't it? They all have at least 28 days.
Very good.
Only if you can solve these puzzles can you access
Clever
the
clone.
goods.
It's like,
Okay, your turn.
bear with me. Bear with me. Have a sip. You know, do what you gotta do. I gotta find one here. Okay. Fire up the search engine.
Don't forget to close your porn tabs.
You
Any leads?
I am tossing it between two different ones.
Take your time. I've got an encyclopedia of riddles up here.
So he couldn't solve the one
Yeah,
about
yeah,
that, so we
okay.
can do that
I like
one.
to brag, do you?
Can't skip
I
these for
think
some
there
reason.
has to be something beyond this realm. I don't know, good and bad.
Like
Oh no.
heaven and hell. I mean, I'm kind of religious, so that theory works for me. Good riddle.
Thank you very much. Okay, your turn.
He's
How many songs?
religious?
Right, okay. A man rides out of town on Sunday, stays in a hotel all night, and then the next day he rides out of town on his horse on a Sunday. How is this possible?
You trying to trick me? This is a trick one, isn't it?
Yeah, they're all trick questions.
This is one of the ones where the answer is in the question.
My lips are sealed.
Yeah. I knew it. It is in the question. the horse. His name's Sunday.
Very well earned point, I must say. Well done. That's a tough one.
Not too tough.
Yeah, I'll have to dig deeper into the encyclopedia next time.
Sorry, no, I'm just deciding.
You would make an awful event host. I mean, you need to be quicker with these things, like a whippet.
Okay. Forward, I'm heavy. Backward, I'm not. What am I?
Okay. So forward heavy, backward not. I hate to admit, but I'm stunned. What is it?
You sure?
Mm.
You giving up?
Yeah.
The tongue. Forward, I am heavy. T-O-N.
Okay.
Backward, I am not. N-O.
Oh, but that's not fair. I mean, I'm dyslexic, so it's just the spelling ones they don't work for me. And
It's such a short word, though.
but it's not about the length of the word. It's just that I can't see how the word is written in the riddle itself. You know.
Has that ever held you back much?
I mean, school was a nightmare. You know, I once wrote this poem called Silver Birch, right? But I got the R and the T mixed up. Anyway, the teacher thought I did it on purpose and got detention, and yeah, it was not great.
So the whole poem was about a silver bitch.
Yeah.
To be fair, silver bitch sounds like a much better poem. So.
I think so too now. Okay, I have just the riddle to finish. Right. Man weighs 100 pounds. Plus half his weight. How much does he weigh?
That's not very hard.
Is it not?
No, so a man weighs 100 pounds plus half his weight, yeah? His weight is like X. So 100 plus half his weight.
We good?
You've done this before, haven't you? What's most useful when it's long and hard?
Okay, I am not answering that.
No. It's not what you think. I promise.
But why would you even say like, no, I'm not answering that? Isn't that the reason why we're meeting each other tonight? It's like, well, oh, charm at 100%. He is definitely long and hard at this point.
An education?
Oh, right, okay, fine. Sure. 0 points for Derek. It was a good one, I'll give you that.
So, would you say you're a sexual person?
It's a bit inappropriate for a first date.
Really, is that really inappropriate on a first date? I don't know, especially these days. I don't know. It's like, you know why we're going out on a date, right? I know there's that whole thing about like, you know, you don't do that until like the third date or whatever, but you know, I guess I haven't dated in like 20 plus years, so I don't know if like standards have changed, but you know that's such an old I don't know. It's such an outdated thing. You know, I mean, if you like each other, I know some people still believe that you don't give out the goods, you know, until until you're sure or whatever. But sometimes you just want to have fun, you know. But if you really like someone, I don't think it matters at the end. I don't think it matters, you know? That's just me. Oh, charm went down, so he doesn't like. See, I mean, he doesn't like us talking about sex. Why not? You know, we're out on a date. I think you're hot. Why can't we talk about sex?
Don't you think?
No, I mean it purely in a conversational sense.
Okay, well, I'm sure there's plenty of guys that would be happy to answer that. I'm not one of them.
Wow. You know, all of a sudden, like, if this is like a real date, and I mentioned sex or whatever, and it's like, it would be a complete turn off for me. So.
I'm sorry. I really did not mean to make you feel uncomfortable.
No, it's fine. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be curt. I like to be open about my boundaries. Okay.
What boundaries are you talking about? I thought we're out on a date.
Anyway, who won the game?
Yes,
The game.
The game.
Let's go back to that.
Oh, so you're conveniently forgetting the host's role of scorekeeping.
Oh, okay, I lost, didn't I? Okay, fine. Well, what's the forfeit then? You know, I know. I can pay.
I'll get the champagne.
Hey, it's steady on.
No, I'd love it with a sparkler as well, please. If you could bring her to me, that'd be fantastic. No, seriously, look, the bragging rights are more than enough. We can split it.
Well, that's very sporting of you. Right.
But you better believe I am going to brag, though.
Oh, no, I mean, totally. That's permission granted.
You still don't fancy the champagne? I can't convince you.
You still ever want to see me again?
You mean a non-sexual person? I don't know. At this point. I don't know. Yeah, to be honest, I don't think it matters. If you really like somebody and it goes deeper than that, I think if you had sex like first date, it doesn't matter. You know? I mean, if you had sex first date and then it didn't work out, then it's just that, you know? It's nothing to do with having sex on a first date. I don't think, yeah. There's a difference though between like that and being desperate, like having sex with everybody, even people that you think you're not very attracted to, just because you're out on a date with them and then you like ended up not being very attracted to the person and then you still had sex. You know, there is a difference. You know, that can be problematic. But if you really like someone and you go on a date and then both of you just like falling for each other or really like somebody, I don't think that's an issue. So
Well, I had a really great night, I must say.
Yeah, so did I.
it's like little kids. let's ask each other riddles and shit, and that's gonna be the determining factor whether or not I'm gonna like you.
And I got your hosting services for free tonight.
You did? VIP treatment. How'd you get away with that? How are you getting back?
I'm going to the tube.
Same. Do you want to watch together?
Yeah.
The tube, is that what they call, like, what is the train, or is that like the bus? Probably the train, because they have double deckers over there. I don't know what they call it.
So who's gonna get the third date?
No commentary, please.
He's scrolling.
Scrolling back. Oh. Ooh, wish me luck.
Good luck.
Say it again.
Good luck.
Bye.
Hello, Derek. It is Ryan. How are you? Yeah, great to talk to you as well. I was wondering if you would be free sometime this week. Maybe we could get some nibbles or, a drink or something.
Get some nibbles.
Yes. You're down for the nibbles? Sweet. Okay, so I will send you some details and then I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, he's down for the nibbles, but he doesn't want to talk about sex or whatever because he's so sensitive.
Yeah. Yeah. No jazz piano on this one here. Yeah.
It worked.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'm proud of you.
Thank you. Thank you for giving me a nudge.
The acting is actually not too bad at all. What is it? All the right notes. Where the fuck is this?
I am so sorry I'm late again. I did make up for it.
Yeah.
Ferrero Rocher?
He will.
Sorry.
All is definitely forgiven.
I did not get them from a vending machine. I promise. No drinks. So, should we order?
Yeah, that's Yeah,
Thank you. Thank you. Just feel like they can actually have a proper date after. Well, someone. Thank you.
I'm gonna just pick one up.
Oh, straight in.
When in Rome,
Yeah, and he doesn't drink alcohol.
Well, cheers.
Good you.
Orange juice.
I actually prefer eating on the sofa. Yeah, my family were proper TV dinners. They just loved it, and I always need a bit of like background noise for whatever I'm doing.
So, are you one of those people who just has to have music playing wherever they go?
Wherever, no matter long, short,
So, if you had to go from here to the bathroom, would you take your earphones out?
I debate it. For sure. I'll tell you what. Why don't we play each other some songs?
What? Just like some random songs that we like?
No, ones that remind us of an important time in our lives, and then we can share the stories.
Yeah, great. Will I go first?
Let's go for it.
Ooh, okay. I'm gonna hide some of these from you. I have a lot of different genres going on here.
Do they want to be in it?
No. No. You'll find that out pretty soon.
Hey, Chico! Okay, well, I really need to know what this is all about.
I don't think you do.
Okay, we can't say holiday hookup because then he's gonna be like, "Oh, you've been with other people." So,
Come on.
holiday
No,
hell.
God, Derek, please don't make me, okay?
You have to.
Okay, this song reminds me of a long weekend at Tenerife. And I got food poisoning on the first day.
No.
I paid all this money. Lying in bed, I was literally running back and forth to the bathroom. I will stop the images there, but you can fill in the blanks. And this song was playing in every single bar, but I had booked the best hotel on the strip, so I could hear this song playing till 5 a.m. every night.
I really feel for you. I really do.
You made me tell the story, so
I'm sorry for bringing it back up.
I'm not really feeling much sympathy, but
No bueno.
I have never had prawns since. Undercooked prawns, first day, first lunch, first hour off the plane.
I'm kidding.
Oh, I wish I was.
Oh, good.
Okay. Come on, your turn.
Yeah. Alright. That's a little.
No pressure.
Alright, go on.
Oh,
Yeah?
yes! Yes, I like the energy. This, no, come on, this has to be a happy memory.
Yeah. It's my first time going to Pride, and I was just mesmerised by this group of drag queens, and they were on this stage dancing, and everyone was joining in. This song was playing, and it was amazing.
It sounds like a lot of fun.
It really was. Would you ever do drag?
Why? Do you think it would suit me?
Sure.
No. You know. But he's probably, if you say no, then he's going to be like, oh, you're not flexible enough. You know he's a guy. He's not like flamboyant or whatever. It's very hard.
Why not? I mean, it suited everyone that I've ever seen do it, so why not?
Yeah. I have experimented before with my mate Misha. She's all of it. She's my makeup, clothes, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know.
Yeah, now you're excited. When you see me as a drag queen, now you're excited. I don't like this. I don't like this. But look at that. Charm is now 100%. So it turns him on. I mean, like, I think, I watch RuPaul, RuPaul's Drag Race, and I think drag queens are amazing. But, I don't see them in a sexual way at all. I mean, and some of them are really cute out of drag. I mean, like, because I guess for me, I like manly men, so when you put makeup on, when you dress up as a girl, that turns me off. So
Kind of like, it just gave me a different energy, Yeah. But I kind of like to change up my style anyway, so.
Wow. That's amazing.
That's amazing. So this guy is looking for someone. He's not looking for a macho guy. He's looking for a guy who's more flexible about stuff like that.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of not really for me.
And then he said, "It's not really for me." Did you see how this game likes to do that? It's like, okay, I know if I don't pick that, then he's gonna say, "Oh, you're horrible," and then but now he's gonna say it's not really for him. I just want to slap him.
Just more comfortable in my own boring clothes.
Yeah, but I mean, maybe you just need someone to take you on the journey.
Well, I am a never say never kind of guy.
I am gonna hold you to that.
Please do.
Okay. What next?
Well, it's already been quite the eclectic mix so far. What do you got? What? Okay. And it just got more eclectic. What in the world does this remind you of?
The memories are a little bit hazy. God, I haven't heard that song in so many years.
What's MDMA?
It kind of just reminds me of my youth. Tipping back and forth to school, doing my homework with this. MSN Messenger. I was typing, I was saying BRB, and I just had this going in the background, and I felt like a bit of
Yeah, gel hair, the lot. I can see it now.
How did you know I did?
Well, it's mad because we all had exactly the same childhood, but I was listening to like pop music whilst you were listening to this stuff.
Well, this might be an overshare as well, but I had a full-blown bowl cut. Yeah, and I had to straighten it every single day. I maintain that I was before a certain pop star.
Oh, okay. Anyway.
And then, like, I mean, the way that they set it up with the whole drag queen thing, like, he was like, "No, everyone looks good, as a drag queen," and then it's not for me. It's like, it doesn't make any fucking sense, because he wouldn't have said that. I mean, he could say, like, okay, I watch a lot of drag queens, have you ever tried drag? But he wouldn't, like, try to lead you on saying stuff like, Why not? Everybody has done it. Everybody could look pretty in makeup and this and this and that. He wouldn't have said that.
My turn?
Yeah.
God. I feel like I'm exposing myself a bit here.
Steady on, Derek.
Oh, very funny. Okay. Here we go.
Well, you're gonna be exposing yourself later.
Is that a sea shanty song?
Yeah? Guess whose voice that is?
Is it you?
Hmm?
Oh, piss off. That's you!
That's me!
Wow. You have an amazing voice.
Yeah? Oh. Yeah, I kind of got caught up with the whole sea shanty hype during lockdown. And obviously no work going on. I thought, might as well make music as a kind of distraction, really.
I mean, as far as distractions go, it's a very productive one.
True. Thanks. Yeah. Yeah, it wasn't just the boredom for me. And obviously, I don't drink alcohol. But it's not the only substance that I've had troubles with in the past.
Okay.
Oh, that's why he doesn't drink. Okay.
Sorry to hear that.
No. It's look, and I am totally sober now. I really am. But yeah, during the lockdown, I kind of fell off the wagon in a big way, and I was living on my own, and everything was so uncertain, and I don't know. I kind of felt like it was my only way out,
Is it a bit much to say that the music helped save you?
Yeah, well, I mean, it quite literally saved my life. Yeah, But for me, personal projects are always the best way to avoid consumption. So I started writing music, and then I learned to record and produce it on my laptop, and then I just thought, why not release it? Not that I have any fans or anything
Until now.
Thanks. I really appreciate that.
Yeah, you appreciate it, but yeah, okay, but no sex.
Listen, I'm sorry if that was all a bit much. No, I just thought I'd be open about it. And I understand if it's all a big red flag, but I'm sure it really is all behind me.
I mean, look, I know that nothing is ever 100%, but I care about the present. I do not care about your past.
Well, at present, I am 99.9% sure that it's all behind me.
I can tell. I mean, look at you. You're glowing. Look at you, Derek.
Stop.
Stop it, I love it.
Yeah, give me more. Say it again. Thanks, Ryan. I feel better than ever. So, last one. And actually, this time, why don't we play what your last played song was?
Oh, okay. Yes.
Okay. Someone's down with the kids.
In mind more than body. Now, I've always been drawn to more youthful music.
Interesting. Would you say that you feel younger, or that it's just the music and you actually feel older?
Do you perceive me as one way or the other?
Sort of.
Okay, we're at 100%. Then we're gonna choose something that's gonna drop something.
I just think I'm a big kid. Deep down, I'm just...
Really? I don't know. You seem mature and responsible.
Really?
Yeah.
Ooh, well, you should see me and my mate Misha together. I mean, honestly, most days I have to remind myself that I'm a big boy, and I have a job. And I have responsibilities and bills to pay.
Wow, I'm okay. Everything's still 100%.
Well, that was an insightful playlist. Yeah, you're a man full of surprises.
Yeah. And you are a man who brings them out in me.
I guess we should talk about that. this, you know? I mean, I can't help but feel that you weren't really looking to meet a man at the speed dating thing.
Yeah, I mean, but don't hold me to that.
No, I'm trying not to, but I can't help but wonder, are you just testing the waters here, or can you really see something between us? Because I just...
Well, we try to make it like very obvious, but you know, I mean, like we were trying to talk to you about sex and shit. Even if you pick the other one with relationship, I think that's worse, right? Because he's like, oh yeah, maybe you're just too desperate and you have to like yourself or whatever bullshit.
Just been hurt by guys in the past who weren't open about what they wanted, and yeah, it hurts.
I can't remember the last time I have connected with someone the way I have with you. And I could see it, maybe developing into something further.
Yeah?
Yeah, but is that really what you want?
I totally feel the same.
Yeah?
Yeah.
Well, that's a relief.
Yeah, I'm really glad we had this chat.
Steal the... Oh, no, what? No, oh, no, what? Oh, that's a good kiss. Yay. Does that give me anything special? Ryan and Derek are loving life together. Moving in has been mentioned. Subject to Ryan getting a better sound system. So, if you complete the list, it doesn't seem like you get anything extra. Or maybe the picture, right? Because, like, with the other guy, like, with, what's his name? With Lucas, I don't think we got a picture at the end. It was just like, so maybe that's it. You just get a picture. So, that's... Alright, but you know, the game makes it easy for you to just go back and try and attempt to have a relationship with everybody. But I like that. And the kiss was the kissing was really sweet. I was just a little excited because you don't see a lot of that, you know, a lot of gay kiss in a video game, so it's nice. But yeah, this game is cool. I'll go back in there and then try and complete the other relationships, and which means that we also have to go back and try and complete the list here for Lucas. And should be easy though, because I didn't want to look at the list earlier when I was playing, because I thought it was more of like a spoiler, you know, because I wanted to be natural, just pick whatever that I would naturally would choose, you know, when it comes to the options. So I think they should have given this, like I said, they should have probably X'd it out so that you don't know what to pick until you actually have selected the option. Because like this, you're just going in and you know, it also interrupts the flow of the game, you know, because if you're looking at this. So, yeah, I'd like to kiss Ty. Yeah, Ty is pretty cute. Except for the gap tooth. I forgot about his gap tooth. Jake is pretty cute. Oh, you get to kiss Jake too? Yeah, we gotta do Jake and Ty. Yeah, just make sure you close your mouth, Ty. So I don't see that. So yeah, she looks just like Natalie Portman. It's just so crazy. So crazy. Hey Yoshi. Alright, we'll have to play this again for sure.